My fucking thing's pointing the wrong way.
At least mine's pointing the right direction.
F*** you slut. What's up? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Damo, today, Fallout 4 just released on VR.
It did.
Have you played it?
I play Fallout 4 and I'm not really that invested in VR.
Well, same.
My life isn't enough of a wasteland. My life is enough of a wasteland for me to, enjoy just playing the game and, my natural surroundings make it feel VR.
Good try.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Neither of us have played VR Fallout.
Yeah.
So, let's look to the future.
Yeah.
The future of Fallout.
Mm.
What do we want from the next Fallout? What are we thinking for Fallout 5?
Well, are we going to talk about location or gameplay first?
Let's start with location.
Location. Oh no. Every game so far has been American-centric.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fair enough. American company. American story.
They're Americans, they can do what they want.
Yeah, more or less. But as in, everyone has always been like, oh, I wonder if they did it in my country.
Mm.
So, of course, like the UK, would be lovely, wouldn't
Yeah. Everybody wants Fallout to be in X country.
it? Yeah. I'm not saying like Fallout Cardiff. That'd be
Fallout God.
that'd be shit. Fallout Cwmbran. Fallout East Belfast.
I can't wait for Fallout Glasgow,
It's already happening.
where whiskey replenishes your health.
It does.
War. War never changes.
Built in South Wales, home to Straits and Gays with fantastic free parking. You can park any days. Go up the leisure centre, look at tits in the pool. Get arrested hanging around one of secondary schools. There's a number of pubs and they're all quite good. Although the square's full of rust from the neighbourhood. So get on the motorway and drive as fast as you can on the A4051 to Cwmbran.
There's a Lewis Hamilton themed one as well. Only 21 grams of sugar is fine. It's almost got as much caffeine content as Buckfast.
Fallout Buckfast.
Oh, that would be Fallout Glasgow.
That would be Fallout Glasgow.
Fallout Glasgow sounds like every time we got a family reunion.
So you've just tricked the Americans into thinking that you're Scottish now. They're going to be so confused.
Yeah, it's because I started off with saying Fallout Cardiff and then Fallout East Belfast. And I family reunions in Glasgow.
But that's the thing with Fallout, is that it has its roots in 1950s Americana.
Yeah.
And that's sort of style which you sort of have to keep
Yeah.
with every Fallout game. So international Fallout could be cool for DLC.
DLC or like a spin-off kind of game.
Yeah. Because I'm imagining like
Yeah.
Fallout Japan
Yeah.
as like a DLC thing.
Mm.
Or a spin-off.
Or like a Fallout Russia.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if we got to stick to American 1950s Americana, whereabouts in America haven't we been yet?
Like the Deep South. But I mean more like Texas.
Yeah.
Places
like
you've
Texas.
kind of been there with Fallout New Vegas, but it's more...
That's Nevada.
Yeah, so that's got the deserty aspect.
That's got the deserty aspect. You touched on Texas. I was thinking Texas because I have an idea.
Yeah?
Yep.
The Lone Rancher.
No, it's just very apt considering who the president is.
Well, Mexican ghouls are invading, so you erect a wall.
We might not need to make this game. This might just this is the real Fallout VR.
Give it a couple of weeks.
Texas is a good idea because I'm thinking Fallout Alamo. If you have like a crossover between the southern border of Texas and Mexico, sort of like how the Red Dead Redemption map was set out, that could provide a very unique dynamic within the world of a literal border between the countries. And depending on how realistic you want to get, maybe have a bit of a rundown wall by the side of the border.
A little fence, maybe.
A little fence. What if you took the settlement building mechanics from Fallout 4 and you could literally build the wall?
Well, I suppose that touches on well, we've kind of agreed on the Texas, kind of Southern America, or you kind of play a little bit in Alaska kind of as well with the...
Operation Anchorage.
That's the one, yeah. So yeah, we're still thinking like Southern America. Of Southern United States. So then we touched on gameplay then of the settlement building aspect. I don't see them getting rid of it.
I don't see them getting rid of it either.
No, but I see it being improved a lot.
Yeah.
Making it more of a dynamic kind of thing, more of a like integral to story.
Yes, I could definitely see that. I'd like to see it go away completely.
Of course.
Yeah.
But they've put too much effort into it now. I see them working it into more of a management kind of thing. As in, like SimCity, maybe. As in, you zone things. As in, this will be residential, this will be whatever, farming, out there.
That could be useful for like a spin-off.
Yeah.
Based around like Fallout.
Or if it's just more of a generic kind of thing, as in, you manage settlements. As in, you don't really go in and build everything in it. As in, there is an area you set up and there's defenses around it.
Yeah, there's cool things you can do with the creation suites and the settlement building aspects, but it's very Bethesda. It's not very Fallout.
Yeah, true.
That's the problem with it. But again, it's probably here to stay.
Yeah. Which for the people that really enjoy it, that's good.
I think people with PCs enjoy it more.
It's more of a modding kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's more suited for that. It's definitely.
But then Fallout has always been the newer Fallouts have always been a very like mod friendly kind of thing. So
it's definitely a very Minecraft 7 Days to Die sort of aspect to the gameplay. But again, as we've mentioned in our discussion about Fallout, it doesn't really necessarily fit into the rest of the gameplay.
Not really, no.
No.
Sadly.
What would you like to see in terms of faction dynamics? Who would you want to see in Fallout 5?
Ooh. I'd like to see... I was always a big fan of the Enclave from Fallout 3. But again, that's kind of... that storyline is kind of ended in 3.
Yeah. We'll say we don't know that much about the lore, or like, you know, what is written on stone, so you can't change. But you know, that doesn't necessarily matter. So, you know... If say it's like, oh, you can't have the Enclave because the Enclave are only in these like separate states.
You could have, because you've seen in Fallout 3, there's one aspect of the Brotherhood, then there's the other aspect in the West Coast. So you could end up seeing like a meeting of the two.
That's the thing I like about the difference between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, is that the Brotherhood of Steel were a major storyline aspect to the third one, and then similar to Fallout 1 and 2. New Vegas comes along and they're literally hiding in a bunker and have very little impact on the story unless you specifically choose to interact with them.
Which is even more so the case of the Enclave as well. Of they don't even exist unless you follow the Arcade Gannon storyline. You could even bring in... You could have the two sides of the Brotherhood, and you could even have, like, say, the NCR kind of locale there.
What about... factions over the border?
What I mean, as in...
If we're like, say, we got a map, and we've got a literal border between, we got the American Brotherhood of Steel, Enclave, NCR, all those guys there. Who are we seeing on the other side?
See, I imagine it being a bit like... Because we have never seen a country outside of America. We saw it a little bit in... well, each of the Fallout games, how different areas have been hit differently. So it could be a case of Mexico wasn't hit that bad. So it could be a case of literally it's not a pre-war society, but as in a more developed, well, not more developed, a more...
Gets the leg up.
Yeah, as in
terms of...
more established nation.
Yes. Less desert, more cityscapes.
Yeah. So I don't think that'll be a big part of it, the cityscapes. There'll be more of a case of organised groups slash.
See, I like that. It's like one of the things I liked about Fallout 4 was how the map is more vertical. Where you go into the city of Boston and you can go up all the way up to like these multiple story buildings. So you can have like that aspect saved from Mexico and more of a desert setting, old Texas Rangers in New Texas, as it were. And that'd be an interesting like political dynamic between like Mexico has a leg up in terms of financial stability and society over Texas.
It's more of an established, it's more of a preserved kind of area. Yeah.
And then you can build stories around certain factions want one thing, either they want to take over Mexico or they want to work with it.
Or it could be kind of like the NCR was, where there's the Brotherhood or whatever it is in Mexico, and then in Texas, and then the other faction is coming from Mexico trying to like invade.
It could change depending on your player choices.
Yeah.
Whoever you decide to go with is depending where the story goes.
There might be like an individual kind of government in Texas, and then you've got these like, say, Brotherhood or NCR or whatever trying to come in.
You can do a lot of things with that border. You could have a literal checkpoint which you need like, say, I don't know, like 2,000 caps to be able to pass by, or you could sneak around, but it's more dangerous because there might be like death claws or cazadors from New Vegas.
Yeah, it could be like a force, kind of like in Witcher and a little bit in Fallout 4, whenever it's just level gated areas or price gated areas.
Yeah. You can access like.
You can go there if you try hard enough, but at the same time, you're not going to want to go there. Yeah. Just yet.
Exactly. Yeah. It's accessible.
And even then, whenever you do get there, it's still a challenge. It's
There are pockets of it's
worth doing, but at the same time,
it's worth sneaking over. But you don't want to stay there too long.
Yeah.
Because it's level capped up.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. It reminds me of in Fallout New Vegas when you've got the checkpoint between Freeside and the actual city of New Vegas itself. And you've got like 5 different ways on how you can pass through that checkpoint. So you can do a lot of things where like it involves either forging documents and all these other things which take time, like you're saying, like level capping the area, making it hard to accessible, but
or story capping it.
Yeah, but you can like sneak around to it,
or you can just grind and just pay it off.
Yeah. There's lots of ways in which the player could adapt.
But what would you think about gameplay then? Would you want the same? I'd like to see crafting.
I like the weapon crafting from Fallout 4.
Weapon crafting is a big thing in especially New Vegas and 4.
Yes.
I would love to see that developed a lot more. Like as in
expand it.
Yeah, a lot more customizable. So they tried it in 4 with the different like upgrades, make it look different, name it or whatever, but as in like individuality.
Colorize it. Chip like initials and things like that. Kill count.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like stuff like that there's in like, and it not be like a specific list that you need all these different perks and skills and whatever.
Yeah.
It could just be a case of, here you go, you need this machine to do these and this perk. So it's a lot more of it, but it's a bit more gated as well, as in if you want it, you'll work at it. It's the same with the settlement thing, is if you want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah. It gives you that choice.
It's not you have to do it. It's a case of you work at it, you want to do it, you want to get better at it. There you go.
It's very worth doing.
Yeah, and it's like rewards, like say you get new machine, whatever, new parts, whatever. There you go. You can make it even better again. Another thing I'd like to see return is skills, not just perks.
Yes.
That was a bit different. It was a bit hard to get used to.
Yeah, it's especially if you want to specifically categorize your character. It feels like you can grow them more naturally in.
Yeah, it's more of an RPG.
Yes, exactly.
The perks only system just is a bit.
Because you could have a character in Fallout 4 who after a long enough playtime is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 in all their specials.
Yeah.
And ironically, doesn't make them very special.
No, it makes it just a bit boring.
It doesn't give your character strengths and weaknesses which you need to think about, which is part of the role-playing aspect.
Yeah, that's another thing that I'd like to see return from New Vegas in the original games is the initial perks that you can get, the positive, negative.
Yeah,
Those are very good.
like 4 Eyes.
Yeah.
I always use 4 Eyes because
4 Eyes and Wild Wasteland.
yeah,
Wild Wasteland?
Wild
Wild
Waste.
Wasteland. Wild Wasteland. Yeah.
Who's our bad guy?
Bad guy? Oh, that really depends on how you go with the story. I mean, you could have like New Vegas where there is the bad guy of Caesar's Legion, but there's also the morally ambiguous Mr. House. I would like to see like a Mr. House kind of character in it. Maybe it could be the person who's in charge of, or trying to be in charge of, the local government. He's like trying to take power or wrestle power from it.
You could have villains based on which faction you're leaning towards. So if say the city of New Mexico is run by like a computer system like Mr. House, and say the new Texan government is run by like a bigger figure, they both have different political and philosophical views, and whoever you feel is most right, you'll lean towards. I think that's far more Fallout than say.
And they do like having like the robot villain at some stage.
Yeah.
It was like Fallout 3, you had President Eden.
That's one thing I didn't like, is he's very one note in terms of his villainy. It's very hard to relate to him, I think.
But Fallout 3 was more of a pointed case of he is the villain. That's all you really need to know. Yeah,
and I think that's a problem, because I think the true identity of Fallout is
choice,
and how your own mindset influences the choice of who you go with.
It's the thing of war never changes, you change with it. So it'd be a case of like New Vegas, Caesar's the bad guy. No, wait, President Kimball's the bad guy. I'm surprised I remember these names.
I don't actually remember President. I couldn't remember his name.
So it could be just literally a case of there's X many factions.
Yeah.
They all have their good points and their bad points. There is no perfect faction. There is no wholly good faction. There is no wholly bad faction. Like there was a case of NCR. They look good, very political, but they're not very good at maintaining order in the wastes. Whereas Caesar's Legion, totalitarian state, very good at maintaining order, but at the same time not very good to people.
Yeah. It's
swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Yeah.
So what we got? We got Fallout 5, we got Fallout New Texas. I suppose we'll call it. Or Fallout Border.
I feel like New Texas.
New Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be the Lone Rancher.
Yeah. The Lone Rancher. I do like that idea of the border though, between like two different countries.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that Mexico would be like pristine, preserved. It would be war-torn, deprived of lots of resources kind of environment as well. But it would just be...
It'd be war-torn.
It'd be a war-torn, deprived very society as well, but it would just be that little bit more cohesion because it wasn't immediately impacted like America was.
Yeah. I think we got the makings of a good game here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
So, Bethesda. If you want to make a lot of money, this video is going to be private as soon as we upload it. And we're going to send it into Bethesda and be like, hey, listen here, mush.
Yeah, but
hey, bud, we got the idea for Fallout 5, New Texas. I'm doing my Scott voice. Hiya, bud. Scott Drapier.
Yeah. The dear silent.
Bethesda game developer of Fallout New Texas. First question, did you enjoy it? Second question, why not? I'm leaving that in. That's just going to confuse everyone.
We love you, Scott.
We love you too, Scott. You need to get Scott in this one sometime.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Because he likes House of Cards. And we got to talk about House of Cards sometime.
Not with me, though.
Well,
I don't think I'd survive the Kevin Spacey.
You've also only seen up to Series 2.
Yeah. As far as I might have seen it all. I generally don't know. Which season does the Russian guy in it? The Vladimir Putin looking lanky motherfucker.
That's like 4.
Oh, I've seen that then.
Yeah.
I've seen up to that.
When he tries to get on his wife, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen up to there then.
Okay, cool. Maybe he should be the bad guy in Fallout New Texas.
No, Fallout Glasgow.
Fallout Glasgow.
That could be another thing. You could have like the Chinese part. Say they were trying to move the way that Hitler did with Operation Green with Ireland going into the UK, as in it could be Mexico going into America with China.
Yeah, good point.
Kind of like they did with Anchorage.
Yeah, I like how you took a joke and made a serious point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're not going to leave it in now because it's sort of a joke.
No, I'm going to leave it in.
Fair enough.
And that was our discussion on what we should think about the next Fallout.
Yeah. But I reckon between now and then, it's going to be remasters. 3 in New Vegas.
What makes you say that?
The fact that that's what's everyone...
Skyrim?
Yeah, that too.
Do you want to get Skyrim on your Android app?
Don't get...
I joke, there probably will be in like a year.
Skyrim Go.
Skyrim Go.
Skyrim Ho.
See, Bethesda, there we go. We've given you Fallout 5 and Skyrim Go.
Yep.
Make money and give us some.
Yep. It can be like a 99.1%. Yeah, that's fine. You can keep the 1.
You can keep the 1. We'll take the rest.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.